Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel, welcome back. Today we're reviewing episode 2 of Divine Gate. Let's go! So in this episode, we were pretty much just getting introduced to the fire user, Akane, the guy with the red hair, and his whole story and his background, and yeah! So we get introduced to Loki, and he kind of looks like a jester, clown kind of person. So we see him bringing some tea to Arthur. He's like all up in Arthur's business, and Arthur doesn't look too impressed. And from what I know of Loki and Loki as a god, and my general knowledge is I've always thought of him as like a trickster god, and I feel like that perfectly works with his whole little outfit. So I'm sure he's just gonna mess around and just stir up trouble, which is what he did in the episode. I will get to that later. So we learn that Akane's father actually passed away when he was like young, and his father meant a lot to him. His father was actually a genius of divine, and he actually had power over the council. And he was like this super awesome dude person. But it turns out that he passed away in an accident, according to the council. And Akane does not believe that, and it's pretty much implied that the reason he wants to get to the Divine Gate is to pretty much figure out what happened to his father. And so we learned that about Akane. So Akane, Midori, and the water fairy all go to see Ayoto, and they're like, hey, what's up? And they try to recruit him again. And then there's some awkward tension between Akane and Ayoto, and then Akane is like, I'm done with this, and he goes away. And then creepy little child dude is like, Ayoto, you should go follow him, and so he does. And then they end up in like this alleyway in like the more like poor-ish part of the whole city which they live in, which Akane was not aware of. But anyways, there's this little kid, and he's like, can I have some money? And then turns out he knows Ayoto, and they're all friends. Main point of the story is there's like this driver robot thing that comes and pretty much, thanks to Loki, wreaks havoc on the whole area, and pew 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 pew, guns and explosions and fire. And so Akane and of course Midori shows up. They deal with that. Ayoto finally agrees to accept the weapon that Arthur wanted him to have, and he pretty much waters down all the fire, and the fire disappears. I'm getting real tired real fast of Ayoto's really like moodiness and how he just talks like this all the time. I don't like him as a character. Hopefully he improves, but I don't really like him as a character. Also, I really want to like Akane because fire is always my favorite element, and he's a fire user, but in this episode he's being a bit naive and a little bit annoying. But hopefully that's not his whole character. He was just really frustrated in this episode because he has a weird relationship with his father, and then there was father relationships that were happening in the episode, and there was a lot of feels and blah. We also kind of see a flash of Midori's past, and it seems to be her and her friend, but like we don't really know. But thanks to next episode of Divine Gate, we see that it's Midori's turn to have a whole episode dedicated to her, and it looks like it's about her and her friend, which was a whole flashback in this episode. So yeah, we don't really have to wonder about that for too long because we know it's just gonna happen and be explained next episode. So we also see flashbacks for Ayoto, and we discover that he's not the one who killed his parents. It was his little brother. And why? We don't know. But it turns out that when his little brother was like, peace out, Ayoto grabbed his hand, and that's when he first saw the Divine Gate. And his brother's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't see each other again. And that's the reason that Ayoto's searching for the Divine Gate, at least is what we kind of get the feel of. So Ayoto, not sure how he was kind of blamed for the death. Also not sure why his little brother killed his parents. I want to know all this. Hopefully it gets all explained. But yeah, we see that whole flashback. So he isn't the parent killer. Who would have thunk? In this episode, it was just a bunch of stuff to get to know Akane better, I guess, and his whole background of why he wants to reach the Divine Gate. Oh, at the end of the episode, we also see Arthur taking a little nap, and then this guy comes and he's like, Merry Christmas, and he gives him a crown, and then turns out, of course, Ayoto decides to join the academy, and then Arthur's like talking with the three of them, Akane, Midori, and Ayoto. So Arthur was just like, oh, we have a key to the gate, and they all got really excited, and then that's pretty much where the episode ends. Overall, I want to like this show. I really do. I don't know why. I think it could be good, and I think it does have potential, and I do really enjoy the art style, and I like this whole elements and weapons and whatever. I don't know. I just like the concept and ideas of the show so far. But I don't know, there's a lot of things that I like about the show, but there's a lot of things that I don't like about this show. Character-wise, could be better. I hate Ayoto so far. Hopefully he gets better. Akane, I want to like him, but I don't know. I feel like this episode just spent a lot of time with doing nothing, in a sense. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this show. I'm gonna keep watching because I do want to like it, and I do hope it gets better. But I have mixed feelings about this show. We do see that it's gonna follow the trend of like an episode per introduction of the characters, and telling from the opening, you can see that there's gonna be more characters in their little groups. I just want to know how long they're gonna spend on character development, and like, I just want to see where they're gonna go with the show. When is the action gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Are they actually gonna reach the Divine Gate? What is happening in this show? So I hope you liked my video. If you did, you can always like, comment, and subscribe, because that's always cool and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hit myself in the chin there, but whatever. I make a bunch of videos a week, and bye!